It's so good to be home. That's the butcher right there, shout out. It's a one-stop shop around here. Groceries for the week, groceries for the month. Stay sexy here. I gotta get my summer bikini body ready, you know what I mean? And I will tell you, it is going to shock you how affordable it is if you are from a major country like America or Europe or Japan or China. My name is Dagan.
I wish him the best and I want him to have a safe, fun time.
And it begins.
This is how we do it here! It's a good day though when there's shrimp and pinfish already in the live well.
My heart yearns for the sea and the beauty beneath it. There's never really a dull moment. Even on the calm days, I'm always just going with the flow.
Wow.
Yeah, sana all.
Wow. And this is delicious soup. Yeah, that just came and it's frickin' ice cold. It hurts to breathe. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Okay, cayó.
Cheers, legends. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Millennial Legends. I'm deep here in the province in the Philippines on the island of Bohol right now. This is my weekly cost of living here in the Philippines. Now, my monthly cost of living episode 58, one of my OG episodes, when my ex was here with me, I'll put that link in the description below and I'll put that episode right there. And you guys can watch that if you want to compare and see what it's like 2 years ago to today. And I think it's a good contrast and comparison to see both episodes. 2023 versus 2025, the cost of living here in the Philippines. This is one person, one human being cost of living. I am not everybody. I do not generalize. I do not speak for everyone. I speak for me. I don't need a lot in life. I'm a very simplistic person. I own about 100 worldly items. I can pack everything up and be gone in an hour. I really don't need much in life. I can survive off of a lot less than a lot of other people can. Now, I'll show you an easy transition. I'll show you a very easy comparison of my weekly and monthly cost of living here in the province in the Philippines versus one weekend in Panglao celebrating the festival last weekend, and how I spent more than my monthly cost of living just in 2 days in Panglao. So it is an ebb and a flow. It comes and goes, but if you do it right, you'd be amazed on how much you can get by on around here. Food, gas, water, power, toiletries, laundry, internet, phone. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's all that matters. That's all that I have to take care of. And those are the bills that I keep my responsibility over. Meat is simple. I go shopping. Fish, chicken, pork, it's all here and it's all ready to go in the local mercado, or as they say here, they say mercado or the Poblacion market. Every city, every town, every barangay has one, and mine is pretty amazing here in Guindelman because I'm in a community of fishermen and farmers. So the meat is good and the fish is good. Man, I am back in the Philippines, and let me tell you, it is so good to be home. First thing I need to do right this second, I am starving, and I'm a chef at trade and heart, and I love to cook at home. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go grocery shopping, and I'm gonna show you guys what it takes to fill my fridge and my cabinets, food, meats, vegetables, everything that I need in the essentials for basically 1 week, 2 weeks, I mean almost a month, and the cost of it, because the cost of living here in the Philippines is absolutely amazing in comparison to where I'm from in my developed nation of America. Let's go shopping. Let's see what it's all about. Let's get on the bike, head downtown, grocery shopping in the Philippines for probably under $40 for every single thing that I need for the entire week and then some. We're gonna head downtown to the Mercado, or the central market in the town that I live in here in Guindelman, Bohol, and I'm gonna show you guys what it takes to get all the groceries, the meat, the fruits, the vegetables that I need for the next week, 2 weeks, even the next month. This is the Mercado. This is the market, the local area. This is everything that you need to live, survive, eat, drink, be free and frolic and be happy. You can grocery shop here. You can get fresh meats, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables and produce, literally everything you need. It's a one-stop shop around here. I mean, check this out. They even have all the chicken and the sausage and the poultry. If you want the processed meats, the hot dogs, and then down there, of course, my favorite, seafood. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at seafood. We always walk through seafood once, twice, maybe 3 times. Because number one, I don't want them to know I want this fish. I want them to think that I'm not interested. And then I come back and I barter or debate on what price I'm gonna pay for that kind of fish. Now, I always have a rotation. I get my vegetables, then I get my fruits, then I get my eggs and my rice, and then I go ahead and I get my raw meats. And as soon as I have my raw meats, it's straight on the bike and straight home. Another really crucial item here that I cannot stress enough when you're in the Philippines or in any Asian country, bags. You got to have a bag of bags. They don't sell bags, and we're trying to promote, you know, a healthier ecosystem and less plastic usage and microplastic usage. So make sure you bring your bags and make sure that you shop smart and take care of the environment, people. So let's go take a look at the fish real quick. Come on. Hello, sir. Hot dogs, chicken. It is kind of scary. Now, I'll admit, okay, and for the Filipinos, you guys have to understand, it's scary for an American to see raw meat out in the open air. It's just how it is for us. We are raised on biohazards, bloodborne pathogens, disease, bacteria, and things like that. And when you see it out in the open, it's really frightening for a lot of us small-minded, simple folk. Seafood's a little bit different. They keep it in the water. Hey, hello. Seafood's a little different. They keep it in the water. They keep it on ice. I would say the only downfall of the seafood is that they keep it on fresh water rather than salt water.
Sir, crab, sir.
Unsa na isda?
Kanang puwa.
The red one.
Mahagat na, sir.
Mahagat? Pila per kilo na mahagat na?
450.
450 per kilo? Mangrove snapper. Where I'm from, that's called a mangrove snapper. It's actually a really good fish, and one of my favorites. Pila per kilo ng crab te? 300? So they've got swimming crabs right now. Swimming crabs are good, but it actually takes a lot of work. So, but I'm definitely interested. I was looking for some shrimp and some fish. There's only one decent fish right this second, but we'll take a look and see what else we got going on. Oh, nice, nice. Lots of crab. Okay. Let me get my vegetables first. Sige, salamat. That was seafood. Now, seafood is different. And now here's another, not only are we going to give you a financial guide today, but we're going to give you a shopping guide on how to shop in these mercados. So there's 2 times a day where the seafood is fresh. There's the early morning, and then when the early morning guys who go fishing from 2 to 3 a.m. come back is 2 to 3 p.m. So you get an afternoon fresh fish catch and an early morning fresh fish catch. Those are your 2 options for seafood. If you come in the middle of the day like I just did, normally it's very slim pickings, or not a lot of choices, as they would say. The chicken and the sausage and the processed meat guys, they're here all the time. So you never have to worry about what time to get these guys. But with the baboy, or the pork, or the pig, or the giant hogs, they butcher them at 3 a.m. They bring them in at 2 and 3 a.m. They butcher them. 4 a.m. they're cutting and carving these guys. So when you want the pork at the freshest, the best price, and the absolute freshest, where the flies haven't touched it and it hasn't sat in bacteria all afternoon, you want to come at 4, 5, and 6 a.m. to get the fresh meat. That's the best recommendation I can give you when it comes to buying the meat products around here. But I'm a little blessed and a little spoiled because my town actually has a air-conditioned, fully operating meat market, and we're going to go over there here in a minute with a butcher, professional butcher, and everything. But first, of course, like I said in my rotation, vegetables. We are in our vegetable area, and these are my favorite people here. This is my favorite vegetable stand in the Mercado here in Gindelman. But as you can see, if we look around me here and we spin around, there's literally 50 different vegetable vendors throughout this place. Luckily, most of the products are all the same. They're getting it from the same wholesalers and the same farmers up in the mountains and in Mindanao. But for the most part, you go with your gut, you go with who you like. I definitely have a camaraderie with these people and a brotherhood with them. And once I trust somebody and I trust their product, I tend to be a repetitive returning customer. So I'm going to these guys to do my shopping today because they have, for me, the best service and the best product, and they've always taken care of me here. So I always shop here when I go for my groceries. So we're going to go ahead and get groceries for the week, groceries for the month. I got a few plans. I want to make kinilaw, I want to make adobo, I want to make sinigang. I want to make sinigang like 3 different ways. So we've got like 15 or 20 different recipes in my head. So I'm going to shop accordingly with those recipes and make sure that I get it. The first thing I do is I come down here and I get a calabaza. That's always obvious. Calabaza, pumpkin, gourd, squash. There's a lot of different names for them, but it is basically my favorite vegetable in the whole wide world. This is what I'm replacing my carbs with. I'm taking potatoes, camote, sayote, and calabaza, and replacing French fries and rice and noodles with healthy carbs. So like this is my new potato, basically here, or my new rice, because I'm trying to. Cucumbers are number one. So we're gonna get a bunch of cucumbers for right now. Trade. All you gotta do to shop at one of these is just ask for a bowl and shop. I really like sitaw. Sitaw are the long beans or the snap beans. But I don't need a giant bundle, maybe just 2 bundles for now. So we'll get those. Perfect. All right, so we got a little bit of ginger. The bigger sweet peppers are good. A lot of pesticides on them and stuff, and a little bit of a waxiness to the outsides of them. So make sure you wash your peppers. I really like the smaller peppers. These are really good as well. So we'll do a peppers bowl here. Make sure there's no moldy or rotten ones in there. Peppers are crucial. I believe for me as a chef, it's called the Holy Trinity. I get peppers, onions, and garlic in every single thing that I eat, like everything that I eat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I get peppers, onions, and garlic. Oops, sorry. Making a mess. All right, so that's enough peppers for like 1 week. The peppers I keep weekly. The calabaza, the potatoes and stuff, I get by the monthly amount because they last longer, but the peppers don't last over a week, so I only get a week's supply of peppers. Trade. All right, same thing with cabbage. I only get 1 cabbage a week, and it's always really good, but keep in mind they wash this, and they wash this with everything else. So when you go home, you need vinegar and baking soda, and you need to wash as well. And then I also get an actual cabbage. Check for spiders, check for dirt, see how bad it is. This one looks okay, but it looks like it's on the edge of heavy wilt, and I don't want to throw away half of what I'm buying right off the bat. Now that one looks really good. No spiders, no tarantulas, boom. All right, so I'm gonna grab that one. White onions are really rare and really expensive, so I try not to get the white sweet onions. Salamat kuya. Mongo beans, I'm gonna make mongo. I love mongo, so we'll add that in. Definitely gotta have that. And then onions and garlic, you know, you gotta have the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity must be complete. Actually, onions do look really good right this second. God, that dark purple. My mom always told me to eat all your colors, so got to get your colors. Vegetables are done. Just about $13 for all the vegetables I need. It's time for fruits. My favorite. And I'm actually so excited because it's harvest season. So not only are there bananas, but there's watermelon and pineapple and I mean literally just about everything. And check this out. This is my favorite thing in the world. These are Asian yellow watermelon. These are amazing. And you got to see the size of this pineapple here in a second. I'm pretty sure that pineapple's coming home with me. I'm not even going to lie. It looks freaking amazing. Kuya, pila per kilo yellow watermelon? 60. 60? Sige. Okay. When it comes to the fruits and vegetables, I don't argue. I don't barter. The prices are already really, really good. The rest of the fruits, the rare ones, I take goodies, drinks, snacks, and pasalabong up to the mountain farmers, and I get it from them up there. Otherwise, it's down here. Look at the size of this. Okay, I'm a big dude, all right? Like, I'm not a small guy. This is probably one of the biggest pineapples I've ever seen. This is insane. This is my wonderful egg lady here. Say hello. Say, what's up, YouTube? Beautiful smiles today. Guapa kaayo, te. Isa ka tanan rack extra large pala yun. Oh. All right, so I just ordered a giant large rack of eggs, and now I'm into the meat market. Ayo. All right, so this is the meat market. This is where I get all of my stuff. And when I say professional butchery, they do such a good job here. I have never had a single complaint whatsoever to say. These guys always do an amazing job. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything we need meat-wise right now. All right, so we got the pork taquino, we got the ground pork, we got the pork belly, we got the crispy pata for the soup. So we got pork 5 ways, and that's 10 dinners technically there for me. So now we're gonna come down and check out the chicken and see if they've got some adobo cuts here on chicken. All right, the rest of the meat that I'm gonna get is gonna be seafood throughout the week. So that's plenty for me there. As you can see, that's 6 big bags of proteins, and in those 6 bags is basically 10 to 12 meals for me. And she's going to go ahead and do the math now, or as we say, pilatanan, pilatanan. 1,556. Okay, just over $20 for everything. And I bring my meat bag. Boom, got my meats, got my treats. Whew. On to the next. We get our eggs and our cheese powder, and we'll go from there. Oh, welcome to the Philippines. Okay. Pilatanante.
325.
Salamat kuya. What's going on, guys? Good evening and welcome to another day here at Millennial Legends. My name's Dagan, aka Chef, aka Big Daddy Chef, as it was a long time ago when I first put on the apron. We're live here in my kitchen tonight. I've got the lights, the cameras, the action. I've got the veggies. I've got the beautiful ingredients for tonight's dinner all laid out, ready to rock. Right now I'm making snacks. First thing is first, I do a pig fat popcorn, and then I'm gonna drizzle this popcorn here. Check it out, fresh pop in the pan, just finished popping. I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle this with a little bit more hot pig fat, and I render down 3 times off pork belly. Check a look at this stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what's up right there. So we're gonna do a little popcorn, we're gonna do a little cheese powder, a little sexiness to it, add a little chef's love. Popcorn for first snack. We're gonna get the first round of, what do I got here? I've got, we're gonna do kinilaw, we're gonna do a mix of frito, we're gonna do a couple other things with this, but these are fresh. I literally know the fisherman who brought these to me to sell earlier today, so very excited for these. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's to clean the air on the outside, take away the smell, and allow it to be able to sit on my countertop without making my kitchen stinky. Just a little life hack there for you guys. This is buso, or seaweed here. We're gonna use this in several different dishes tonight, and it'll go with my little fresh salad as well. Other than that, I've got some pork belly and some things that I have got to chop up. Once I get the pork belly done, we'll get a little marinade going, and we're gonna make Bicol Express tonight. So stay tuned for more, and yeah, let's cook. You guys hungry? I'm starving. As they say here in the Visayas, or in the Philippines, in my area where I live right now, it is gutom or gigutom kayo, meaning I'm very hungry. So right now, let's eat. Let's make some food. Popcorn time. So I'd like to know anybody in the world who thinks that they can tell me that even with pure butter, that there's a better substitute than twice rendered clarified pork belly fat. Pretty sure that would be the best and most efficiently non-wasteful, utilitarian version of utilizing something that I normally would just toss in, teach your own, and throw away. So that right there is how you glisten the corn, baby. Glisten. Glisten, Linda, glisten. Alrighty, so I've got a few things on the menu for tonight. I'm gonna start out, I'm gonna do one of these awesome tempuras. While I'm cleaning and slicing up the squid or the nucos here for the tempura, I'm also gonna be separating pieces of it for kinilaw as well. I'm gonna be taking those, I'm gonna be tenderizing them, putting them in a little bit more vinegar, and then we're gonna go ahead and separate them. One of my goals right this second, right? We're gonna do a specialty squid ink calamari moons. Right, so calamari moons, meaning that these things are beautiful and white on the inside, but ink black on the outside. We're actually going to fry black squid and make it as black as possible so that when you see the white on the inside, it is the calamari moons. One of my old school recipes that I haven't done in a really long time, but having the squid and having the fresh squid with the ink really allows me to... Oh wow, yeah, just sexy hands. That's all that's on camera is your hands.
Oh my.
Do the hand model thing. Do the.
Wait.
There's all the. Oh, then we need gas. Now there's two types of gas cost of living out here. There's gas for your motorbike or car or vehicle, and then there's gas, cooking gas. Cooking gas is much more conventional here in the Philippines simply because the energy costs. The cost of power here, because there's no actual power plants or way to support yourself with power here. This island doesn't even have a power source, neither does the three major islands around. We get all of our power from a power plant in Leyte. And it's wild that an undersea cable from another island provides all of this island nation's power. It's really humbling. But because of that, the price is skyrocketing every year, year by year, through the roof for power. And in 2022 and in 2023, the island of Bohol and the island of Siargao are actually paying the highest power rates in the world, and that's crazy. I've seen it 19 to 20 pesos per kilowatt. Here in the province right now, I'm down to 12 and a half, I think, pesos per kilowatt, which is still high in the relative world of power bills, but it's definitely not 19. I waited a few days to wrap up this episode because I wanted to come to Boheco here and answer a few last questions. This is Boheco 2. Boheco is the electricity company here on my island, on the island of Bohol. The guys that run Boheco, that work for it, they work in trucks like this. See, Boheco. Linemen and electricians, meter readers. To be honest, they do a really good job. I come from Florida, where power goes out all the time from big storms, and it's very much the same here. And these guys are so quick to respond and handle the situation. It's really awesome. Now, brass tacks. I just paid for 1 month for all of my power to run my 2-bedroom house, air conditioner running, refrigerator, lights, fans, computer, TVs, everything running all the time. 3,000 pesos, $52.35 USD. So I paid $52 for my entire month's electricity in my 2-bedroom house. 3,000 pesos, not bad. So if you have an electric stove or electric cooking or electric heating elements, it's going to charge you and cost a lot more than a conventional gas oven or charcoal grill oven, or as they say here, a local oven in a dirty kitchen. But for me, 100% gas. We use the Price gas here, Price gas tanks. 1 tank cooking at home every day basically lasts me about 2 months. The way that I do that and I don't lose any gas is that I turn it on to cook and I turn it off. I literally go to the valve on the tank and turn it off immediately when I'm done cooking, and that saves me a lot of gas. Drinking. I drink water. Water is life. Out here, water is life. And as you can see right behind me with these 3-gallon barrels here, we all survive on those. Purified water comes from natural springs, volcanic springs on these islands. They purify and filter it, they bottle it, and you pay about 100 pesos for each container, like a deposit charge, and then you pay 25 pesos, which is, I mean, less than 40 cents American, give or take on the math. I don't know, I'll do the math right here next to me when I edit this. But the water itself is extremely affordable, and I alone, by myself, survive on 3 of those barrels a week. Laundry. Now, you guys have seen in episodes before where I do my laundry by hand, or as they say, kuso kuso here. Now, that does work, and it is obviously much more conventional, but during monsoon season, I find that I don't get enough heat or enough dry air to actually dry my clothes, and they have this stale kind of mildew smell to them. And sometimes they even get a little moldy because I just cannot dry my clothes. I end up having to bring all my clothes into my room, turn my aircon and fans on full blast, and hang dry my clothes in my bedroom just to get them to dry because everything is so moist here during monsoon season. So for me, going to the laundromat is a major convenience for me, and it costs me about 210 pesos, which is the minimum for my big, heavy 7-kilo load, because my t-shirts and clothes are always much heavier than everybody else's. So every week I do 1 load. I do my linens, my towels, and my dirty clothes, and that costs me 210 pesos for my laundry. 210 pesos, right around $3.85-ish cents, somewhere in there, each week to do my laundry. Toiletries. Now, some select toiletries are hard to find here. Things like You know, if you're a lady, things like tampons, they can be very rare to find here. Certain lotions, certain soaps, certain antibacterial soaps, certain shampoos, they can be hard to find in the province. Now the province does have soap. It has everything normally you need, baby wipes, which I think are like my absolute essential need in every bag I have. But sometimes you need to go to the city. So if there's certain specialty items that I need in the toiletry or the spice or the household world, I do have to take a trip to the city, go to the main grocery store, like in the city of Hagno or Tacbalaran, and I get those things there.
Why? Are you a blogger?
Yes.
What's your channel?
Millennial Legends.
What?
Millennial
Millennial Legend?
Legends.
How many followers do you have? What's your page again?
You can find me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Millennial Legends. Come on. Now, we'll summarize all of this and we'll close out, and I will put a total for food, gas, water, power, laundry, toiletries, and other random expenses, and put a grand total right here for you for what my weekly cost of living involves around here in the Philippines. I want you to be humble. I want you guys to not argue or bash each other in the comment section on this, because everybody is different and everyone lives a different life. Everybody lives a different life, and we don't need to live the life of others to be comfortable. That's one of the most beautiful things I've learned about the Filipinos. They might not have a floor. They might have a dirt floor in their payag, but they are the richest, happiest people I know when it comes to life and happiness and energy. Be humble, appreciate what you have. Never think that it's not enough, because at the end of the day, you have no idea how much someone right next to you could be suffering so much more. We all have the battles that we face. We all have a lifestyle that we are used to or accustomed to. And we all have hopes, dreams, and goals for a different lifestyle, or maybe even, as we consider, a better lifestyle or a better life to live. If you are someone who's interested in coming to the Philippines or being here like I am and living in the province and surviving on a very low income, affordable lifestyle like I am at a very low price like I am living now, then I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope it helps. And I look forward to talking to you guys in the next episode. Please make sure to hit the like button, comment below. I've never missed a comment. Hit the join button if you want to become a channel member today. I've got a lot of stuff coming out soon. Merch, clothing, new websites, unbelievable opportunities for everybody involved. And if you want to support my journey, buy me gifts, buy me stars, buy me likes, hit the share button, hit the gift button. There's so many ways to join here and support the Millennial Legends cause. I really couldn't be here without each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Peace, love, and we'll see you in the next episode, you guys. For now, let's eat.